I'm in Hawaii. Hey, I'm Ivy. I'm a full-time traveler, digital nomad, and entrepreneur. I like making videos about building an online business while traveling the world. So if you're interested in that, you're entrepreneurial minded or digital nomad, then give me a subscribe. But today I'm not here to talk about Hawaii. I am here to talk about working with a personal stylist to build out the closet that I have here and the process it took, as well as the outfits that I got. How did I know that I wanted to work with a personal stylist? Well, in 2019, I actually spent the whole year traveling. That was my first year as a digital nomad. I traveled to so many different countries, spending 3 months in a van in New Zealand, went to Australia, went to China for 3 months, Japan, Malaysia, Singapore, Indonesia, Vietnam, Croatia, Greece, Egypt, Israel, Palestine, Jordan, and Kenya, and Paris as well. So during that time, I realized that I didn't really spend that much time documenting my journey, whether it be through photos. I took a few photos, but definitely not through video. And this was honestly because I really didn't like seeing myself in photos and videos that year. I didn't like that all I had to wear were baggy sweatpants or leggings and t-shirts. I didn't like filming myself or getting photos taken of myself, even at some of the most magical places in the world. And so because I didn't feel good about what I was wearing or what I looked like in that way, I feel like I also gave up on so many different aspects of looks. So for example, I didn't even carry a hairbrush. I never brushed my hair. I didn't shave anymore. I didn't wear makeup, which is still a thing. I basically never wear makeup. And I even gained some weight. And what's crazy is that it was like a 180 from what I was like in San Francisco when I had a full-time job and I worked and I lived in one place. I had a huge closet. I think I had like 30 pairs of shoes, 40 dresses, lots and lots of changes of outfits. In fact, some of my coworkers even said once that, hey, Ivy, do you even wear the same thing twice? I definitely did, but I had so many clothes and I loved looking good. I loved dressing up. I curled my hair. I wore makeup. I got my nails done all the time. This is like progress now. I got a manicure, but I also got my lash extensions, just things that like make me feel good about myself, make me more confident in the way that I come off. And I notice the difference that when I'm happy about the way I look and feel because of the way that I look, I elude so much better energy. I smile more at people. I'm more confident in the way that I come off. I love chatting at people. I just think when you feel good about yourself, you just come off in like a totally different way, and that's the way that I want to come off, and that's why I think I'm rebuilding this closet. That's not to say that, you know, looks are the most important thing, because it isn't, but I'm already super, super confident in my abilities, in my intelligence, in my competence in building an online business. Also in, I think, personality as well as warmth when it comes to interacting with others. So really like looks and the way that I dress is just like this extra part of it. So after a year based in Ottawa due to the pandemic, actually a year and a half, this is my first trip, international trip out of Canada. I'm in Hawaii, and I just wanted to revamp my closet for it. I knew that if I were to document on YouTube, if I were to create content around this, I needed to look and feel good, and that's why I decided to revamp my closet. But I hate shopping. I like hate it. I feel like I'm such a maximizer and an optimizer that if I were to choose every single outfit, I have to narrow it down to 10 outfits that go into my carry-on closet, it would take me weeks. Even booking a hotel these days, I need to see every single hotel out there in the place that I want to book on every single platform, and then I will optimize based on price, based on location, based on facilities, based on aesthetics, etc., and choose the best one. It takes days, if not weeks, for me to book anything. And so I knew that if I were to actually myself choose, first of all, what jacket to even bring. Should I bring a jean jacket or a leather jacket because I can only bring one? Then I will epically fail because I would not be able to choose. It would take me days to choose that. And then I would have to think about the color, the fit, where should I buy it from? Like what price range am I considering? And then look up like 100 leather jackets or something before I even buy one. And so in order to save me that stress, as well as the time, that is why I decided to hire a personal stylist. Okay, phase 2 is after I decided to find a stylist, how do I actually find the right one? So there are several ways to find personal stylists, so I've learned. Number 1 is to just search for it on Google or Instagram, look at their portfolios, find one that resonates with you, find one that's within your price range that deals with, girls or, men, people that are like you. So if you're a traveler, you probably want to find someone who often does travel capsules or travel outfits. If you're a 9-to-5er working corporate, you might want like suits, etc. There's definitely stylists for that. And then there's also the ones that specialize in like evening wear, etc. So you can easily find a stylist that fits that range and one that works online just by Googling or searching on Instagram. And they usually range from $20 an outfit to maybe hundreds of dollars total. The second way of finding a personal stylist is actually at your local higher end shopping center. So when looking online, Googling, I was looking for, personal stylists near me. I wasn't even thinking about hiring a virtual one. Potentially, it'd be nice to hire one in Ottawa who can like actually see me physically. That'd be pretty cool. And the ones that I found were all associated with a nearby shopping center. So it turns out during pandemic and pre-pandemic, of course pre-pandemic times, is that they can come shopping with you at that center, help you navigate all of the stores. You tell them what your budget and what you're looking for is. I've always thought of this as a problem, right? Like if I wanted to buy like a white blouse, like there's 50 stores that sell it. There's definitely variations at every single store. So having someone to help you navigate that could be really, really helpful. The third way is the way that I went with, which is just finding like a freelancer off of a freelancing website. Those are typically actually cheaper than if I were to just Google, because the people that are ranking high on SEO, like search engine on Google, probably spent some money, I think, to be there. So went on there, found those with really, really great reviews, and actually settled on a Asian European. I think she's Malaysian, but goes to school in Europe. So she's a fashion student, Asian girl. I felt like, because I'm Asian people know what looks good on Asian skin tones and Asian hair, etc. So I found someone that I resonated most with, and she also has a fashion background, professionally studied it in university, and has previously worked for a fashion label in Paris. She was super, super affordable at only $75 for 7 chosen outfits. So I sent in that request, making sure that she understood that this was to be my entire closet for multiple months, and that I had limited space inside my suitcase and carry-on. So that's basically my request. And she responded just within an hour that to please fill in a survey. And in the survey, I shared with her my measurements, the colors that I like, the parts of my body that I want to highlight, the parts of my body that I don't like as much and I want to hide, some inspiration from Instagram as well as Pinterest on the style that I'm going after, as well as details around budget and any articles of clothing that I definitely want, such as a leather jacket or something. And I think that was it. Let me check. Oh, and the types of outfits that I definitely want. Like, I definitely wanted a bathing suit outfit. I definitely wanted 2 athleisure outfits. Those were really important to me, and I said max 3 pairs of shoes. A week later, she came back with not 7, but 9 outfits in a PDF with a doc with links on where to buy each outfit. It was super easy peasy, really convenient, and I ended up ordering almost everything except for 2 pieces that looked really weird. It's like a wife beater material and just a see-through, and then cutouts. And 3 outfits I didn't love, so I asked for revisions for, and then she came back with a few revisions of those pieces. So without further ado, let me show you what she picked out and what they look like on me. hope that inspires you around how to pack and what to have on your trip and what it's like working with a stylist, and decide for yourself whether you want to work with one. But everything that I showed you is pretty much all that I bring with me, even within just like 6 months of travel, long-term travel. Aside from that, I have 2 other dresses. So this one right here that's red, and one more, as well as one more nice shirt. And then other than that, it's pretty much Lululemon sports bras, leggings, workout clothes for hiking, etc. And the shoes that I bring are hiking boots, running shoes, a pair of flip-flops, the white sandals that were in some of the videos, white Fila shoes, and the Tony Bianco heels. And that's pretty much it. They fit within one carry-on suitcase and a duffel bag. So I know that sounds like a lot of shoes. That's like 6 pairs of shoes, 7 pairs if you include the flip-flops, but they don't take up that much space, and everything in my closet pretty much mix and matches. As you can see, it's like a white skirt with a blue pair of jean shorts, and then biker black shorts that go with like all of the tops that I have. So happy packing, and hope to see you guys on the road.